Hello, my dears. How are you doing? So today is the first day that I'm coming to you live back in Canada. Wow! Back in North America, back in Canada. And I'm visiting my family right now, so I'm coming to you from my parents' basement here. So I am inspired today to hop on to talk about something that's probably very present for any of you who are in the midst of starting or already running your spiritually based business. So this morning, or actually yesterday, in one of my deeper circles, Divine Feminine in Business, there was a lot of talk around how do I, and one of the main questions was, if I want a certain number of clients, or if I want money to come to me, and I'm supposed to be manifesting that and clear on what I want, but then I'm also supposed to surrender and just be chilled out and let go, how does that work? So there was a lot of confusion, and a lot of the ladies were echoing that. I'm confused on how I, manifest clients that's not in a patriarchal way, that's not in a controlling way, yet also is just clear on what I want. And also there is this edge of dissatisfaction or frustration around, the idea of receiving clients. So I wanted to come on Facebook Live, and I was going to do so in our smaller Divine Feminine business circle, but I thought, this energy and this conversation will probably serve many women, especially in the Sister of the Mermaid Moon tribe. So I thought I would just have this discussion in this group here. And if you're watching this somewhere that's not Sister of the Mermaid Moon, I'm going to leave a link so you can join and find our private Facebook group for more free content on this. So I'm just going to speak to my experience about this. So firstly, I want to share with you, I've been in business as an entrepreneur, a spiritually based entrepreneur, for almost 6 years now. I've been full-time. And for many of those years, especially obviously the first few years, I would often be in a space of what really was in the same frequency of what was being shared in that Divine Feminine and Business circle this morning, which was fear. And going back and forth between manipulating and going like, I want these clients, and I want this certain amount of clients, or I want them to come, and going, oh my God, no, this isn't working. This isn't working. Why? This isn't where this is never going to work. How am I ever going to be that? And looking at other, you can feel the frequency of that. And looking at other women who were successful and were making good money, and it seemed to be pretty easy for them, and going, what the fuck? How the fuck am I going to do that? Like, how do they do that? I'm trying, I'm doing the things I think I'm supposed to do. Why isn't this working the way I want it to? Okay. So I want to just presence and honor that I really deeply know, believe me, and understand what that feels like. So this discussion is not coming to you from a person who has always just had money and clients come super easily, and it's always been no problem. And Sarah's here. Hi, love. So we're going to talk about a lot of the things that we just talked about, obviously. And yeah, so I just really want to presence that this is coming from a person who really experienced trauma, pain, confusion, anger, fear, you name it, around working with clients, around attracting money, et cetera, et cetera. So what I wanted to bring forth now is that, and I'm actually going to, pull from a conversation that I just had, is that I hold space, like I said, for the Divine Feminine in Business. This is the flagship program right now of the Sister of the Mermaid Moon Temple Space Tribe. And so I tracked, and so if you're watching, you're probably one of these women that are actually here to create a new paradigm in terms of everything, but also in terms of business and how we make money in the world and how we bring in abundance into our lives. So what I want you to understand is that we've had patriarchal systems, hi Toya, welcome, and shadow masculine ingrained into our system. So we have seen models of overly hustle, of how can I get, of sensationalizing things so people buy, of triggering people's fear and making them feel not good enough so they end up buying our stuff. We've had this so deeply modeled to us. And we have, these things happening, right? But in our souls, if you're watching, you're probably this person like me that's actually meant to pillar into a new frequency that actually really connects so much more deeply with the feminine and the receptive energy inside of us, and ease and grace and true service, and a really strong, deep connection to the abundance of our beings that is always truthful and real. And what now I would like you to understand, is, as you might already, is that if we are here to pillar in a new paradigm, and if we're here to pillar in a new way of being, yet the way of being is so caught up in patriarchy and manipulation and not enoughness and competition, then when we go on our paths to ground in a new frequency and a new way, we will experience challenges and gateways of initiation that sometimes will make us feel a little bit crazy. We don't have any real models of how to do this. There's so few women that I know of that really embody how to walk in the world as priestess and do divine feminine in business. And I can tell you, I don't have it perfected by any means, but I'm really, deeply committed to walking this path. So we don't have a model that we can all just look to and go, okay, that's how you do it. And if anything, all of our models are very hustle-based, patriarchal, right? So when it comes time to manifesting clients and things like this, we can pull on from those old ways that we've been shown. So we go, okay, it depends on where you're at, but I know for a lot of us, we go, okay, so, I want 10 clients, or I want this amount of money coming in from my business, and this is what I want, and I got to do this in order to get there, and I'm just going to do that and do that and do that, and this is how I'm going to create abundance. And it's in the future, and I'm going towards it, and it's in the future, and I want those 10 clients, and it's going to be so great, and it's in the future. And then we put our stuff out, and maybe, maybe no clients show up, or maybe only 1 or 2 do, and then we can get really frustrated and really down on ourselves and go, what the fuck? Will this ever work for me? Toria says, we have you as a model of how to do it. Haha, thank goddess for that. Thank you, love. And I'm going to do my best to even be more pillared into this as we go along, because it's really important, I feel. And so what I would actually like to bring forward is a different way of doing things. So this is how I, operate and run my business as best as possible. Like I said, I'm really on the dirty. Actually, what's true, and just kind of breathe into this, is that we already are the abundance that we seek in the external world. And spiritual truth, and this is way more true than sometimes we give it credit for, is that we actually are the abundance. And so how I feel like I've been able to come into a much more stable place in my business and really start to attract much more significant, money into my life, is that I don't think that money is something that comes to me from out there. Sometimes my mind will say that, sure. But actually, what I know to be true is that I am the source of money because the source of abundance is inside of me. So I don't actually, in order to manifest clients, I don't think of a number that I want. 95% of the time I don't do this and go, okay, I want 13 clients because then I'm going to make this much money. Obviously, I'm aware of pricing and how numbers add up, but it's not something that I go, okay, 13 clients or 15 clients or 20 clients sign up for this or whatever that is, because that doesn't feel exciting for me. And the whole point of wealth consciousness and being in connection with our abundance and our divine energy is that we walk through life feeling excited, grateful, connected, and of course, all that frequency is attracted to us and magnetized to us in turn. So when I go and I have a program that I'm going, I want 13 women to sign up for this, and I'm really holding on that, and I'm like 13 women, 13 women, 13 women. For me personally, most of the time, that doesn't make me excited. It makes me feel stressed. And it also makes me feel like I'm clinging on to something. I can check my email all the time. Where's that other person? But I need 13, so I need 5 more, blah, blah. It doesn't make me feel excited. So I don't do it. because the way to really receive, thanks for the likes, the way to receive is to simply be in the vibration of. So if something doesn't make me feel excited and genuinely abundant, then don't do it, okay? Release it. I simply ask, okay, whoever is going to be really well served by joining this, may they show up. I'm just so open to holding space for whoever would be well served by this, and I trust that the right women are going to show up. And what pillars it all in is that I have a strong practice, a meditation practice, a prayer practice, going out into nature, you know, working with, you know, goddesses, divine feminine energy, and just sitting in. And the key to this is I really feel emptiness. So I walk a path. I've been initiated on the 13 Moon Mystery Path. It's a mystery school. And this school has really taught me about something called empty presence. And so what we do when we're in ceremony together is we drop in and empty. We empty, empty, empty. And this is the space that actually allows people, clients, money opportunities to be magnetized to us. Because if you think back to science in school, you know, I was taught at least about black holes. Thanks for the hearts. About, you know, black holes. So a black hole is when there's literally a vacuum and everything that comes close enough to the black hole gets sucked in. So the fun thing that we can do is we can actually look at nature, and we can understand laws and how things work. So this is cosmic nature, but nature nonetheless. And we go, okay, black hole, it's empty, it's a vacuum, and it pulls things in. It's the same with our energy fields. So if we actually allow ourselves to sit in emptiness, which I feel really is a core priestess skill, and we really have a strong meditation practice, emptiness practice, and then we also connect with the Great Mother. We connect with the abundance inside of us. We look around the world and go, oh, thank you for the fresh air. Thank you for the sunshine. Thank you for the leaves. And we allow ourselves to just fuel upon, you know, gratitude and just amazing, beautiful things that are working out for us, and just come back into that empty space and just feel if you can do this with me here. I don't think we're going to get into a full meditation this time, but just allow, if you can just see, if you can just drop in, just gently closing your eyes and just empty, empty, empty. And you can use my frequency to help you to connect with emptiness, empty. And in this space of emptiness, there's nothing to do. There's no one to be. There's no one to be. There's nothing to do. We are already that. And in the same token, we are nothing. Beautiful paradox that we get to enjoy and live. And in the 13 Moon Mystery School, we say that when I empty, that's when I can be filled. The Great Mother's mantra in this path is, I surrender, I receive. So genuinely, and you can open your eyes if you feel called, genuinely being so committed to the space of connecting with what's true and what's real. And then we go about and we do as we feel called. And we don't go, okay, my abundance comes to me from this program that I'm offering. My abundance comes to me from my clients. Your abundance doesn't come to you from your clients. My abundance doesn't technically, honestly, come to me from my business. My abundance comes to me because I am the abundance. I am the abundance, and then the universe gives me all this support in ways that a lot of the time sometimes is surprising for me. So when we go, ooh, the money has to come in through my clients, or the money has to come in through this one program that I have, then we really fuck ourselves up. We block it because we believe in untruth. The source of our abundance is not outside of us. The source of your abundance is not your job. The source of your abundance is not your business. The source of your abundance is source energy itself, lives inside of you. So practice releasing and going, I have an opening. Women or men, if you work with both, can come into this offering if they feel resonant. And I'm so excited to work with them and hold space. But I am the abundance, so it will find me no matter what. And so take your programs off the hook and just and give them from a place that just feels so exciting for you. I love this offering. This feels so great. And release it. And I was just saying to my client, that I was just talking with, saying, obviously we want to help people, but our job is not to convince someone to sign up for something that we're offering, because truthfully, we have no idea what they actually need or what's good for them. If we're being honest and humble, we have no fucking idea what this person needs or is good for them. If we're just putting it out in general sense. If you're working one-on-one with someone, you might have a deeper connection, right, intuitively of what might be good for them. But if we're just putting it out, we have no fucking idea. So it's going to be good for some people. It might not be good for others. Some people might be the perfect fit in their lives. For a lot of people, not. So chill the fuck out. Just open the door and say, this is available for you. But my abundance and my clients, this is two different things. So stop putting them together and trying to make them this thing. I am vibrating at a frequency of feeling safe and supported and abundant, so money comes to me. If I had a business, great, I do have a business, so it comes to me through that a lot of the time. There's open doors for that. But if I didn't have a business, but I was still in this frequency, it would find me in other ways. I'm just a vibrational match for abundance because I am that. That's what we need to get ourselves on board with. And then we have offerings, and then we open it up, and then people can come in. People don't like to come in and sign up for our programs when we have a death grip on them, going, you need to sign up. I have a goal of this. Or you need to because I need to pay my rent. They feel the death grip, and they don't like it. No one likes to sign up for programs that have a death grip around them, right? So if you have any questions, let me know. I know there's quite a few of you who are live here, and if you're on replay, let me know if you have any questions or comments about this, because if there's anything that you're not quite understanding, or if you have more questions about it, or if you have comments, I'd love to hear that so I can kind of know, what is needed in this discussion as we move on from this. So let me just feel into that. So our jobs really are to connect again with that empty present space, as Sarah, just commented, of trust and letting go. It's like just let go. Empty, 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 empty. And in that way, you're going to hold powerful space. In that way, you're going to hold powerful space. The vortex of energy around you is going to be strong, and people are going to be pulled in, and the right people. And then you can have that prayer, whoever I can truly serve, I ask that come into my field. I'm ready to serve them and support them. And I open myself to serve people in the way that's right for them, for me, but I empty and I let go because I know they're on their way. And the truth is, people that you can support and serve are going to show up in all ways, not just as your clients. There's going to be a man that you're going to walk by who's clearly depressed, who needs a smile in your open heart and saying, hello, how are you? There's going to be a mom at the grocery store who's going a little bit crazy because her kids are going just absolutely nuts. Okay, I have a call. Stop calling. Someone is going absolutely nuts, and you just offering to, hold her baby while she's trying to grab something on the upper shelf. Guess what? You're just available to support and serve her. We don't just let go of the business being this business thing, and you got to serve people, and that's how you serve people, and just let go and just, I'm going to serve people however, abundance comes to me however. Super stoked on that. And it's going to find you, and it's going to flow. And like I was saying again to this client I was just speaking to, Kali, many of you are familiar with Kali. If you're using your business in a way that you're trying to get validation, so if you're going, if people sign up for my stuff and if clients sign up and pay me, then that means I'm good enough. If people sign up and pay me, then I'm going to be happier. If people sign up and pay me, then I reached my goal, and that's so exciting. Then you, my dear, are still in the energy of using people. You're trying to get from your clients or potential clients because you're trying to get validation, and you're trying to get your sense of worth from them, which is the opposite reason of why you came here. You are meant to hold the space of your worth and know that so truly because of your connection with the divine, of your own understanding, that people are magnetized to you because they want to know what your secret is. And they'll just fucking come to you because you'll be so full of truth and alignment. And, right, so it's that energy of, and I do this too. I still do this, right? Where, okay, I have a program open, and if people are signing up, then that means that I'm doing something good, you know, or, you know, I get validated. One of my biggest shadows that I'm working with in this lifetime is the need for validation from outside of myself. So Kali Ma will come in and go, no, I'm going to make sure people don't sign up. So you can look at the shadow, because that's not why we're here, and that's not how we engage with people. We come from a place of truth and worth and empty presence, connection to all that is. I'm abundant no matter what. I'm here on this path. Yes, yes, yes. And then we open our doors and say, I'm ready to open to genuinely serve you and genuinely hold space for you. So Alberta says, which is funny because it's the name of the province that I'm currently in. So true, I needed to hear this. And is it Sveta or Sveta? I think it's probably Sveta, I'm not sure. It says, love that, awesome. So I just want you to know something that you already know, is that all attracting clients and money into your life is, and it comes down to, is vibration. And if you're actually able to pillar yourself into what's real and working with your own wealth consciousness and working with your own ability to know yourself as abundance and surrendering, letting go into empty presence and being this powerful vortex that people can come find you and are guided to. At this point in my journey in my business, I truly feel that I don't look for people and clients. They come to me. They come to me like this. The old way of doing things is out, push, out, seek. Where are they? Chase. When's the last time that you chased a man or a woman, if you are, you know, of that, if you like women as well, you know, when's the last time that you chased a man because you wanted to date him and it worked out for you? Maybe it happened to you, I don't know, but usually when I chase the shit out of someone and go, oh, I pine for them, and I just push them away. Okay, so same thing, right? We receive, and you know, most of the time, you know, say when a love interest comes into my life, he just fucking shows up and he's just there and he just wants me and it's just there, and I didn't know, oh, okay, cool, thanks, awesome, you know. I don't really end up getting with the guys that I'm like, you, and I externalize them and idolize them and I'm chasing them, right? So you can apply the same lessons from your love life into your relationship with clients as well. So Swetha, that's her. Oh, cool, great. And Sarah says, I love you, Beth. I love you too. So yeah, I think that will probably conclude our discussion for the day. And here's the thing. We need to understand it's okay if it takes time. If it takes time for you to work with clients and for them to show up, you know, a lot of people online and coaches online will tell you that. There's a lot of emphasis on it's got to be now, and you have to make that 10K a month now, and all this crazy stuff online. And on one hand, there is a certain truth to that, because with the, you know, some of that messaging is it's already now. Your abundance is now. But also the other truth is that we're in Earth, and Earth takes time, and we're walking through these initiations where we're learning to do things divine feminine and business style and creating a new paradigm. And that does take time for us to shift into. Okay, it does. I'm 6 years into this, and it took me a while to pillar into some things that I'm still working on, right? It's okay if it takes time. That does not matter. What matters is that you're walking your path. You're walking your priestess path, you're pillaring in, and you're emptying to know that you are that. And you don't need that stuff externally. I was also saying to my client earlier, you have no fucking idea what you need. We have these big lists of these things that we think that we need to be happy. I need the clients, I need the money because I want to do this and I want to do that, and then that means I'm good enough. And like I said to her, go write down a list of what you think you need in order to be happy, and then burn it and say, universe, why don't you just show me what you have in store for me? why don't I just be open? Why don't I just chill the fuck out? And be open and just see what wants to come through you and come for you. This is like a whole life initiation we're talking about. So Swetha says, can you talk about honoring the masculine part of business? Yes, for sure. So my experience of it is this. When the first part is the feminine. The first part is downloading the vision, as there's this awesome metaphor that I love, that we have a queen and a knight inside of us. And the queen has the vision. She's connected to the divine and gets the downloads. And the knight is the action-oriented one that can get shit done. So the queen needs to download the vision and then communicate that to the knight so the knight can go out and do that in order for things to actually get done in unity and in alignment. But if the queen is the only one who's on, then the vision gets downloaded, but nothing gets done. And if the knight is the only one who's on, he has no vision. He's not connected to the vision from the divine, so he'll go and do things, but it'll a lot of the time be destructive or like a dog chasing its tail around. Nothing will actually happen. So we need to have both activated. So we connect with the queen. We download. We sit in empty presence. We come into alignment, unity. There is no bypassing this step. You can try to bypass it. Kali will fuck you up. And we just release. Download the truth, download the vision, we'll get ideas for things that we want to give, and then we connect when we have those ideas and they feel clear and we got an aha around them and they feel really exciting. We go and we do. And we do what is required of us, right? This is a Facebook Live. This has required me to connect with the masculine energy of pressing play and doing this and speaking and acting. But we don't have these illusions that action is going to be what is required for us to be abundant, because we already know that we are abundant. And the action is actually a pretty small amount of it. Yes, I feel like we do need to act. We do need to take action. And connecting with the sacred masculine is so amazing. I love the sacred masculine. But we overemphasize the importance of action. And you can act all you want. But if you're, and believe me, because I've done this, if your vibration is not in alignment with the abundance that you are, and if you don't feel worthy enough, and if you don't feel good enough truly, then you can act all you want, and the clients are still not going to show up. Or they might show up, but in a way that does not work for you. So connecting with the queen, right? Download the vision, get your energy in alignment, love yourself, woo! And then act as you feel called and you feel inspired. When you feel inspired to act, then go act. And that is a really good flow to be in, I feel. Okay, so we're almost at half an hour here, so I've talked a lot. So I have left a link if you're in Sisterhood of the Mermaid Moon. I have a free 3-day course, and it's the link mermaid-moon.com/meditate that will bring you deeper into this. And with Swetha's question, I actually have a whole day on the sacred masculine. So in day 1, we connect with the Great Mother and our feminine energy. In day 2, we connect with wealth consciousness. And in day 3, we connect with the sacred masculine. And in every day, there's a video workshop as well as a guided meditation that you can do. So it's free and it's really good. And this really, we go deeper into what we just talked about. So if you are someone who, wants to create that, awesome business, but be really aligned and be really connected with what's true for you, I would highly recommend that free course. So again, www.mermaid-moon.com/meditate, and you'll be able to access it instantly. It's always available. And if you are not in the Sisterhood of the Mermaid Moon, because I will be sharing this outside of the Sisterhood of the Mermaid Moon, I have left a link for you to join our private Facebook group, where there is, my voice just cracked a little bit there, I like that. There's a ton of free content, so much free content, and also an amazing group of sisters who are with us now that are on this path, and that we can, bounce ideas off of one another and share what's true for us, share our blog posts, share our work, share stories. So I'd love for you to join us here on the Sister of the Mermaid Moon if you feel called. So many blessings, and thank you for being brave enough to walk this path. It's so much easier for us to just do the patriarchy thing and just not have to deal with any of the inner stuff. But, you know, I'm proud of us that we're saying, yeah, I want to do something differently. I really want to connect with the soul, and I want to birth a new paradigm. And I'm a part of this really big thing that's happening. And so I know that it's here because I can feel it, and I think that you can too. And I'm just, you know, thank you for being a part of that and saying yes. And I want you to know that your business dreams, or whatever that is, will absolutely come true. And you're just going to walk this path of alignment, like I am, and initiations. And eventually traction begins to build and things really begin to work, because that's how it works when you walk the path of alignment. But be okay with being patient. It's okay for things to take time. That's no problem. Okay? Much love, my dears, and I'll chat to you later.